like me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rebel.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they'll drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop head. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did, it really go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they sing about that ribbon like Perry Pooch. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on One West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the build, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been a showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that One West up, then I swerve. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's One West practical, gladiator, maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock 5 rapid. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no cow, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reach. Said I was gonna get it. They gon' see it, but they ain't gon' believe it. Can't stop, I can't now. Hold on, let me get the breakdown. Train to go like a K now. I'm about to let my light shine. We piped up, turn the pipe down. These niggas selling pipe dreams. Baby girl, you sweet as ice cream, and I need it. You better believe it. Sit back, look at my cheeks. Why you had to check my demeanor? Competition ain't creep. I'm about to take him to the cleats. They gon' get started to press. Please not start no mess. These niggas petty, and I'm not impressed. I have him holding his chest like he having heart attacks. Told you I'm hard to dip. I know that they see it, but they don't believe. Look at him so misleading. 144, mission complete. We undefeated, you better believe. Fuck being equal, I'm getting equal. Drop a line note, like a bomb motor. Prepare for the fallout. One West solid, what you talking about? Me and my nigga bout to ball out. These little nigga better bow out. Tell him rank up, tell him fall out. I'm on my job, I can't call out. I'm in the wind, I want it all now. Don't give a damn about the track record, little nigga, you about to lose today. Look, I got moves to make. You can even move, you can get moved away. Choose your fate. Most of these fools, they fake. Ain't got a card to play. Nigga, ain't hard to break. It's gonna get dark today. Like the rest of Sean, I told the hard way. Nigga, way out of your league, please believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talking about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reasons. I'm gon' get it, yeah. Know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Sick with it, now you know that. Fuck the world, I can't go back. Ain't no coward, I don't know that. Bitch, I'd rather take a toe tag. Run it up, you know I'm good to go. Work my ball, you know I'm good as gold. They want smoke, got revenge naked in my bedroom doing the Tootsie Roll. Big dog niggas, I'm trying. It's my time, you way out of line, way out of bounds. Oh, you ain't noticed the line. That on my flow is a vibe. I know it's gon' be stressed, I know it's gon' be pressure. Gotta stay focused. It's a cool word, baby girl. I should be a soldier, you should be my loaded. It feel like something controlling me, spirit take over me, holding me high. Believe me, it's over, look over my shoulder, and I see my soldiers, and they ain't no play. Keep spitting fake, he real, but I'm realer. Fucking leader, I don't feel him. Fucking God, I don't feel him. Caught his eye, I'm about to kill him. Wait, hold up, let me catch the rhythm. Okay, I got it, I'm ready. He cross that line, he gon' regret it. No high rock, I rock it steady. Hope he keep it cold and steady. You better believe me. Certified, one west solid, it ain't hard to tell. Can't lie, this hard as hell. These people racist, nigga, better watch yourself. I'm getting this smell. Chasing them blue faces like I'm Gargamel. And I work too hard to fail. Glock with me, gotta guard yourself. You know why I keep it, they try to come get me, I'm squeezing, you better believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talking about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reasons. I'm gon' get it, yeah. Know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Like that.
Alright, Shalom Israel. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm the Commander Junior Yohana, man. This is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class for Port Arthur and Beaumont, Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? And all the brothers out there, you know what I'm saying, watching on the internet. Let's see. Tonight's topic is going to be Slocking. It's live. Got it too close, huh? Tonight's topic is going to be marriage is forever, man. You know what I'm saying? And we live, you know what I'm saying? You're a black, Hispanic, or Native American, man, you know what I'm saying? Then you are the Lord's chosen people. With that, you being the Lord's chosen people, man, you are commanded, you know what I'm saying, by the laws and statutes, you know what I'm saying, of the Most High. And with that, the Most High says, you know what I'm saying, when you are married, man, that marriage is forever, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we in a world, you know what I'm saying, we in a kingdom that believes, you know what I'm saying, that you can be married one day and divorced the next day, man. You know what I'm saying? But that is the way of the goddamn devil, man. That's the way of the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? The Most High never meant for you to treat marriage like being a boyfriend and girlfriend back in, you know what I'm saying, middle school. You know what I'm saying? When you commit yourself, you know what I'm saying, to another brother, man, or another sister, man, with marriage, man, that is a bond. That is a bond, you know what I'm saying, that the Most High, you know what I'm saying, wants you to take very seriously, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the covenant that the Most High had with our forefathers, man. He didn't never divorce us, man. You know what I'm saying? He's been with us, you know what I'm saying, forever. And same thing with a marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? That marriage is forever, man. Divorce is not an Israelite custom, man. Never has been. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna break you off like we usually do. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? You're a black, Hispanic, or Native American. You're an Israelite according to the Bible, man. So when you come into this truth right here, this is a very, very special thing that has been given to you by the Most High that you should not take lightly in any sort of way, man. You know what I'm saying? For the new brothers and sisters that come into the school, man, we're going to get you off with this Israelite starter kit, man. You know what I'm saying? So it consists of this right here, the 1611 King James Bible. You know, this is the only one you need, man. King James Bible, and I know, you know, they got all kind of Bibles out there now. You know what I'm saying? The new King James Bible. Good night. What is that? You know what I'm saying? You know, King James didn't put out a remix on this, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the King James Bible, 1611. That's when he broke us off with this right here. And this is all you need right here. This is the truest form of the Bible, man. When it was translated from Hebrew and Greek, man. You know, brother had this translated, man. He didn't write the Bible. It was just translated into English. So don't listen to all the nonsense that everybody in the world, you know what I'm saying, talking about King James wrote the Bible. He did not. He had it translated into English. That is it. Old English. So make sure you have your 1611 King James Bible. Also, if you don't have a King James Bible, you know what I'm saying, most King James Bibles do not have the Apocrypha in it. You might find some that have some in there. If you did, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? But if you do have a King James Bible that does not have the Apocrypha in it, make sure you have the Apocrypha. With the Apocrypha, you have the complete word, you know what I'm saying, of the Most High, man. You know, you have everything you need, you know what I'm saying, that the Most High bestowed on you, you know what I'm saying, to have. You know, don't worry about the book of Enoch and all of that, you know what I'm saying. What's the other one? Book of Jasper and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That is not the word of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you have the Apocrypha and the Bible, that is the complete word of the Most High, man. Also, you would definitely need to have your Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Why you need this? So you can look up the words that you do not understand, you know what I'm saying, and get context of what you read in the Bible and the Apocrypha. You know what I'm saying? This is a central tool for you to have a very, you know what I'm saying, a very good understanding of what you're reading. You know, we break these things down to you in the class, but when you're, you know, doing your study upon your own self, you know, it'll be good to you to have this Bible dictionary, you know, to understand what you are reading. Most of the Bible is written in Old English, you know. So make sure you have your Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, and you know, get you a pen and a pad and write down the things right here that you learn in these classes. You know, you can write these scriptures down. You go back and look at them and stuff, and then the Bible say, you know, precept upon precept, line upon line, man. You know, You write these scriptures down, man, in your folder, and you keep these right here, and you could go back and put them with another precept that you learned, man. You know what I'm saying, that you have. You know, this is all right here. You know what I'm saying, the word of the Most High, man. You can use this right here, especially if you're a young warrior, get ready. You know what I'm saying, to come out here and go to battle, man. This is how you sharpen your tool. You know what I'm saying, by studying and writing these scriptures down. But with that, we're gonna get into our topic tonight, which is marriages forever, man. Like we said earlier, you know what I'm saying, the marriage is not a thing to be taken lightly, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a sacred thing, you know what I'm saying, that the Most High, you know what I'm saying, gave to us, man. You know, this is a thing that this is a thing that most people, you know, they just, you know, take it you know, take it like it's just a thing that you do. You know, we watch a lot of shows and we watch a lot of people in the world and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're together one day and not together the next day. You know what I'm saying? And you have a auntie that got married maybe a couple of months ago, and the next time you talk to her, she got a divorce or annulment, man. None of that, you know what I'm saying, is of the Most High, man. And tonight we're gonna get into how you become married, you know what I'm saying, and what's the duty of being married, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get off. What's our first scripture for the night? Let's see. Also, if you have any questions, comments, you know what I'm saying, anything on tonight's topic, go and put it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? If I don't see it, we got Precinct Officer 500, my Balthazar, your Howard. You know what I'm saying? He'll get it to me, and we'll break it down. You know what I'm talking about? So tonight's first scripture is going to be the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 16. Give me a second while I get it up there. All right, let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 16. And it reads, if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the definition of betrothed. That's why we encourage you to get you a Zonapha compact Bible dictionary. Because you don't hear no brother these days now talking about, yeah, I betrothed, you know what I'm saying, a sister yesterday, you know what I'm saying? You know, so let's get the definition of betrothed. This is the Google Dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Definition of betrothed: a person to whom is engaged. You know what I'm saying? So this is a somebody that's dealing with somebody. So you know what I'm saying? Let's go back from the top. It said if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed. So this is a sister that's not dealing with a brother, man. You know what I'm saying? You got something, sir? She's not promised, man. You know what I'm saying? Israel, we have a culture of the brother going to the sister's father, man. You know what I'm saying? And asking, for permission, man, for that sister, man. You know what I'm saying? To court that sister. There's a lot of circumstances where the father might not be around, and vice versa. The usually thing you do, you know what I'm saying, is go to whatever elder man that she has in her family, man. That might not always be the case, you know what I'm saying? You might be dealing with a sister that has no men around her and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But in this case, it said if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, you know what I'm saying, that is not committed or dealing with any other brother, right? And lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna break down what it means to lie with, man. You know what I'm saying? To lie with, is to you know what I'm saying? To have sex with, This is the thing, that a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, coming into the truth, you know what I'm saying, had to learn, We taught in the world, you know what I'm saying, that you have to, you know what I'm saying, get a marriage certificate, You have to go to the courthouse, to the justice of the peace, or, in front of a priest and have a, ceremony and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That is not Israelite culture, man. That is not the ways of our forefathers, man. You know what I'm saying? When you lie with a woman, man, when you go into that woman, man, that's your wife right there. It started right then and there. Sisters, you know what I'm saying? When you lie down, you know what I'm saying? And let that man go into you, that is now your husband, man. You know what I'm saying? That's as plain and simple as it is. Go ahead, sir, please.
You know what I'm saying? Like I say, if a man entice a babe, that's that brother coming and spit game. You know what I'm saying? That brother come and spit game to their sister, and she's a sister that's not promised to be to anybody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is a free sister, man. So you go and speak game to that sister, and you lie down with her. You know what I'm saying? That's your woman forever, man.
Right.
Right? Don't say go to the courthouse. Don't say go to the church. You know what I'm saying? All of foolishness of this world, man. Say if you meet that sister, you like her, and you know what I'm saying, conquer that sister, and you know what I'm saying, you lie down with that sister, that's your woman forever, man.
I'm right. I'm right. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand, you know what I'm saying, that it might be scary thinking about how many times you done been married and divorced, you know what I'm saying? That was in your former life, man. You know what I'm saying? When you come into this truth right here, man, and you have that oil put on your head, man, and you take that oath to the Most High, man, that old person is gone, man. That's why you get your new name, you know what I'm saying? That's why you went through your 90 days to cleanse yourself of that old person, man. You know what I'm saying? All you brothers and sisters, man, you know what I'm saying? That you had that oil put on your head and you had that new name, you've only been married once, man. Because that old person has been put away, man. Destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Swept into the dustpan and thrown in the trash, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that, man, you have to understand that this marriage right here, you know what I'm saying, is sacred, man. You know, that sex is just not just a thing that you do when you want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Or when you're, drunk or whatever, high and stuff, man. You know, that's the ways of the world, man. You know, the ways of the world say that you have to go in front of Reverend Porkchop, you know what I'm saying, or Deacon Catfish right there, and get married and pay him. And it's funny how it always lead back to some kind of license, you know what I'm saying, or some kind of form of payment. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta pay the priest. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, pay to rent the building. You gotta pay, you know what I'm saying, to rent some tuxedos and some dresses, and you gotta pay, you gotta pay for the license. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying? This is the oppressor's form of marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? This is his thing is to get you know what I'm saying, to feel like that you need him, you know what I'm saying, to authorize your marriage, man, which is a goddamn lie, man. When you lie with a brother, you know what I'm saying, or you lie with a sister, man, that is marriage, man. That's where it starts, man. And we have to learn that we have to take these marriages right here that are in the truth, you know what I'm saying, very seriously. So we gonna drop that. Let me see, do they got some more meat on here? Nah, we gonna drop that. We gonna get the book of, let's get the book of Genesis, chapter 24, verse 67. So, let me get that right there. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 24, verse 67. Give it a second to get on the screen. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 24, verse 67. And Isaac brought her unto his mother, Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the same this is the same incident that we had in Exodus, man. You know what I'm saying? Isaac brought her to his mother's house, to the Sarah's tent. You know what I'm saying? This is the tent. You know what I'm saying? This is the we was a tent dwelling people at this time, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we used to travel, you know what I'm saying, through the country and stuff, because we was, you know what I'm saying, sheep herders and, goats and stuff. We used to go with our flocks and stuff, wherever they could graze, so we was a tent dwelling people, man. You know what I'm saying? So it say Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah. You know what I'm saying? With her taking her, man, he took her to be his wife, man. This brother right here laid down with Rebekah. You know what I'm saying? And Rebekah became his wife. Go ahead, sir.
Anytime you see the words took or do, you know what I'm saying, in a context like this, it's talking about sex.
Damn right.
Right? So when it says he took Rebecca, you know what I'm saying? He went and, you know what I'm saying, had sex with her, man. Right?
I'm right, you know what I'm saying? He took her, and Rebecca became his wife. And he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. Man, this is all throughout the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no going to, what's that place called? Zales and caves and stuff. He had to go get a ring and, you know what I'm saying? And put on and get on one knee and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That is not our culture, man. You know what I'm saying? Our culture, you know what I'm saying, is lying with a sister, man, and becoming married, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you marry anything, you know what I'm saying, those are two things coming together, man, to become one. You know what I'm saying? That's what marriage means, man. You know what I'm saying? And when a brother and sister come together, man, you know what I'm saying? They become one, man. One within Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand, you know, that go ahead, sir.
I just want to, you know what I'm saying, point out again, it says he took Rebecca and she became his wife, right?
All right.
And you know what I'm saying, he brought her in there, you know what I'm saying, and had sex with her. And she became his wife, man. They didn't go to the oppressor to, you know what I'm saying, get some kind of paperwork, man.
Right.
Like, they didn't have to go to some church, man. Like, the marriage happened right there in that tent, man.
Yeah, right.
With him and his woman.
All right. Yeah, right. That was the marriage ceremony right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Cold-blooded sex right there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, in the Christian church, in the Muslim or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then you know, you could be having sex, what they call it, being a fiance and all that. You know, you could be having sex, you know, for 2-3 years, you know. Which is ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? That you're worried about. You worry about the ceremony part, you know what I'm saying? You done already did the marriage part. You know? The marriage part, you know what I'm saying, was when you and that woman came together, man. You know? The ways of this world, man, is confusion, man, and destruction, man. You know? So we have to understand, man, that us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, you know what I'm saying, that we have a whole different, you know what I'm saying, way of life from the world, man. You know. And we have to teach our children, you know what I'm saying, our sons and our daughters, man. You know what I'm saying, that sex is not a thing, you know what I'm saying, that you just go out and just take lightly, man. You know what I'm saying? You know. Because we have to, you know, raise our daughters and our sons, man, to know that when you lay with a brother or you lay with a sister, man, that is a marriage, man. That is not just sex, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's why the oppressor, he could go out, you know what I'm saying, and have threesomes and orgies and stuff because he's a disgusting, filthy, you know what I'm saying, goddamn animal, man. You know what I'm saying? And with that, you know what I'm saying, we have to separate ourselves from the oppressor's world, because you know what I'm saying, if you don't, look, you'll turn out like P. Diddy, man. You know what I'm saying? You'll start be desensitized, you know what I'm saying, to sex, man. And even the sisters that was with P. Diddy, man, you know what I'm saying, they desensitized too, because they decided, you know what I'm saying, that I'll use my box, you know what I'm saying, as a way for me to, you know what I'm saying, get what I need to pay my rent. You know what I'm saying? To wear these red bottom shoes and go on vacations and stuff, man. You know. That is the way of our oppressor, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we you know what I'm saying, need to separate ourselves from the world. And we have, you know what I'm saying? If you're a brother, you know what I'm saying, or a sister in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man, you know what I'm saying, or a young man, you know what I'm saying, or a sister doing your 90 days, man, give yourself a hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Because right here, this is your metamorphosis, man, into becoming that new brother and that new sister, man. You know. So with that, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna drop that. We're gonna get the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10. Give me a second. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10. If he take him another wife, her food, her remnant, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish, man. Now, you know what I'm saying? You got to go back to what we have known to be, you know what I'm saying, marriage in this world, man. You know, with sex being marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? That is you know, that is the marriage, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, and in our oppression right here, you know what I'm saying? Under the goddamn devil, man, he says that you can only have one wife, right? You know what I'm saying? So, with you not being able to have another wife right there, you know what I'm saying? It's become a law that you cannot have another wife. You know what I'm saying? But under God's law, God said, you know what I'm saying, didn't say that you had to have one wife. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say you had to have 100 wives, man. You know what I'm saying? You could be a man that has no wives, man. But let's start from the top. But if he take him another wife, her food and her remnant and her duty of marriage should not be diminished, man. You know what I'm saying? This for you brothers, you know what I'm saying, that want to have another wife, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is totally righteous, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's totally righteous, you know, because if you know the responsibility that comes with marriage, man, and what you're taking upon, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, Lord be with you, man. You know what I'm saying? That you are not selfish enough, you know what I'm saying, to not just want to have one wife. You know, you have enough love and enough money and time to spread around, you know what I'm saying, to more than one sister, man, you know what I'm saying, then you are a righteous brother, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you do take on that responsibility, that very, very, very heavy responsibility, you know what I'm saying, the first wife, you know what I'm saying, the sister that came before, man, you know what I'm saying, her remnant and her duty, you know what I'm saying, that means, you know what I'm saying, the things that was provided to her, you know what I'm saying, the time, you know what I'm saying, the sex, you know, the provisions that she was given before should not diminish, man, just because you have taken upon another wife, man. That is the responsibility, you know what I'm saying? And that is the righteousness of these laws, man, that was given to us by the Most High, man. You know. Just because you got another wife, man, does not mean that you get to put that other sister away, man. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that she was getting before that other sister came, man, you know what I'm saying? She still, you know what I'm saying, is you know what I'm saying, by the law, supposed to get the same thing, man. You know. That is the righteousness of the law, man. Now you know what I'm saying? In the world, you know what I'm saying? You could divorce that sister, you know what I'm saying, put her away and start your life, you know what I'm saying, with another woman, man. You know. And that's why you have the confusion and the you know what I'm saying, the chaos that goes out into this world, man. You know what I'm saying? Because sex has no commitment, man. It has no honor. You know what I'm saying? It has no bonds, you know what I'm saying? You know. But us, you know what I'm saying, the children of Israel, man, we have, you know what I'm saying? We have honor. We have dignity and integrity, man. You know what I'm saying? And we have you know what I'm saying? We have laws, you know what I'm saying? And we have the commitment to other children, you know what I'm saying? Not just that woman is your wife, that's also a sister, man. You know what I'm saying? That is a daughter of the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you went and got that sister, you know what I'm saying, from her father, you know what I'm saying, and told that man that you was gonna take care of his daughter, man, you better mean that. You know. That is a deal that you cannot break. That is an oath you cannot break, man. We don't just take oaths, you know what I'm saying, because we sexually stimulated by our sister's body, man. You know what I'm saying? The sisters can't, you know what I'm saying, can't agree to a marriage and stuff just because they like, you know what I'm saying, the kind of car this brother got, or the kind of, you know what I'm saying, money that this brother make, you know what I'm saying, or his rank. You know, this is something that we are commanded to take very seriously, man, because once you are locked in, man, you are locked in. You know what I'm saying? There's no key to that lock. There's no combination, man. That lock is forever. You know what I'm saying? So with a brother taking upon, you know, another woman, man, I believe that brother is very righteous, man. You know what I'm saying? Because somehow you have to figure out, somehow you got to figure out how you gonna do, you know what I'm saying, one thing times two, man. You know, you got to be in you know, you got to give the same thing, you know what I'm saying, to each sister, man. You know. Man, I know there's brothers that have 3, 4 wives, man. These are very, very, very unselfish brothers, man. And that's what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? This is something that cannot be taken lightly at all, man. You know. And if not, you know what I'm saying, you know, you'll just end up in council under under Jeremiah Muhammad, man, you know. So with that, you want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, any brothers, man, make sure that this is something that you have the time and the money and the ability to take on, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's drop this. Let's get the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 10. The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 10. If you have any questions or comments, or, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and put it in the chat. Alright, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 10. And a man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? We get into the seriousness, man, of marriage, man. You know. You know what I'm saying? When a brother takes upon a sister, man, and that sister become his wife, man, that is his, man. You know. That is his woman. That is his wife, man. You know what I'm saying? That is his property. You know. I know that you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the sisters, you know what I'm saying, they cringe at the word, you know what I'm saying, property. You know what I'm saying? Because they be like, I'm not a car, I'm not a put, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a thing and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely right, sister. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
Scripture say that you become that man's possession.
Right.
Like his wife is that man's possession. You know what I'm saying? He has a car. That's his possession. You know what I'm saying? Shirts that he wears, pants that he has, shoes that's on his feet, man. All of those things is a possession, man. And the Lord says that you become that man's possession. You become that man's property.
You're right. Property of Lamaya. You know what I'm saying? And right, you know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? We have to go back into the Bible with when the brothers, you know what I'm saying? When the brothers, you know what I'm saying, to this day. This is something that we practice in this school to this day. You know what I'm saying? When the brother goes to the father, man. You know what I'm saying? And the brother, you know what I'm saying? With the brother asking for permission, you know what I'm saying, for his daughter, you know, especially back in biblical times, the brother, you know what I'm saying, was asked to pay a dowry. You know, the brothers asked to pay a dowry, man. You know what I'm saying? This is because these sisters, you know what I'm saying, were the father's possessions. These was his daughters, man. And these daughters used to work the land and do his sowing and you know what I'm saying, help feed his cattle and his chickens and stuff. You know what I'm saying, and you know, make garments and stuff. So this was a very, very, you know what I'm saying, these daughters right here are very valuable to this father, man. And this brother want to come, you know what I'm saying, and take this sister, man, away from this man's household, man. You was, you know what I'm saying, you was encouraged to pay a dowry, man, to this father, man. You know what I'm saying? You about to take something that's very valuable out this man's household, man. You know. So now, you know what I'm saying? Now with you taking that sister after you pay that dowry, man, this sister belongs to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Not only is she your wife, man, this is your possession, man. This is property of Lamaya, man. You know what I'm saying? And it say, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he committed adultery with his neighbor's wife. You know what I'm saying? The adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. When you go, man, and entice, you know what I'm saying, another man's woman right there, you know what I'm saying? First of all, that is fornication, man. You know what I'm saying? Just the thought of you know what I'm saying? Just the thought of you talking to another man's wife, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take another man's wife out on a date. You know what I'm saying? Inboxing another man's wife, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that is fornication, man. And that is a sin within itself, man. You know. That is that man's possession, man. You do not, you know what I'm saying? You do not even try to, you know what I'm saying, hold a conversation with this sister right here, man. And you know what your intentions is, man. You know. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we salute that sister. Yahweh Shamar Athabah Yashim Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, shalom, sis. You know what I'm saying? Shalom. You know what I'm saying? And that is it, man. You know. If that brother, you know what I'm saying, is you know what I'm saying, comfortable, you know what I'm saying, with his permission, you know what I'm saying, giving you permission, you know what I'm saying, to speak to his wife and stuff, then you have that man's permission, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is as far as any casual conversation need to be with any sister, man, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. You know, we do not play around, you know what I'm saying, in any kind of way, you know what I'm saying, with any kind of slight to another brother, man. That is a quick way to end up clean up out of here, man. You know. A man committing an adultery, man. First of all, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't even be speaking to another sister, you know what I'm saying, that has a man, that has an Ottawan, that has a husband. You know what I'm saying? You know. And a man committed adultery, man, when he sleeps with another man's woman, man. You know what I'm saying? You have stolen something that belongs to another brother, man. You know what I'm saying? You have stolen something that belongs to another man. No matter who it is, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fake Israelites like to tell you as long as they not an Israelite, you know what I'm saying, and you can do whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High, he is not the author of confusion. You know. You sleep with any man's wife, man. I don't give a damn if she's Ammon, you know what I'm saying, a Amalekite, you know, Hamite, you know what I'm saying, Ishmael, Japhite, Edomite, you know what I'm saying? You committed adultery, man. You know what I'm saying? And the penalty is still the same, man. You know. You know what I'm saying? When you lay down with another man's wife, that is adultery, man. You know what I'm saying? You sisters. You know what I'm saying? That man, you know what I'm saying, is your husband. As your Ottawa, you are his woman, man. You are his wife. When you lay down with another man, that is adultery, man. When you let another man go inside you, man, you have committed an abomination. You have committed a crime. You know what I'm saying? You have defiled yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know. And the Most High says, you know what I'm saying, in here, you know what I'm saying, it says, you know, the adulterer and the adulteress. You know what I'm saying? That means that man and that woman. You know. Shall surely, you know what I'm saying? Shall surely be put to death, man. Both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? The brother, you know what I'm saying? The brother could, you know, he might not, could have known. You could have act like you wasn't married. You know what I'm saying? But now you got another brother's, you know what I'm saying, blood up on your hands, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how evil you are, man. You know what I'm saying? To let, if you are a married sister, man, and you don't let that brother know that you are, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That brother's property, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you have that brother's blood on your hand, too. Because the Lord, you know what I'm saying, if he chooses fit to have you put to death and him put to death. You know what I'm saying? This is something, you know what I'm saying, that Israel, you know what I'm saying, did not take seriously. You know, this is why we ended up in captivity time after time after time, man. You know what I'm saying? You know. And there's a time gonna come, man. You know what I'm saying? That if you go against any of these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, that is it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you've given grace. You have a grace period, man. You know what I'm saying? The same way. You know, this is your time to get yourself together, man. We already see the times in the earth. You know what I'm saying? We see Iran and Israel, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth. You know. We see our brothers being mass deported by Donald Trump. You gotta pay attention, man. Things about to wind down pretty soon, man. You know. Don't be caught, you know what I'm saying, with your legs open to another brother that is not your husband, man. Don't be caught, you know what I'm saying, with your rod in another man's wife, man, in another man's rib. It's something that you ought to be terrified to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially that you have this knowledge of the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? He brought you the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and Commander Junior Hanna, man, to give you life, man. You know what I'm saying? You ought to be honored, you know what I'm saying? That you have been chosen to receive this word, man. To receive this laws, statutes, and commandments, man, and this knowledge of the Most High, man. Don't waste it. But let's drop this. Let's get a couple of more. Let's get I don't know. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 10. Corinthians chapter 4, verse 10. We have any questions or comments, sir, in the YouTube chat? No. All right, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 10. And unto the married, I command you yet, not I, but the Lord, let not wife depart from husband. You know, the reason why that marriage is not taken seriously, you know what I'm saying, is because the oppressor has instituted the thing called, you know what I'm saying, divorce and the annulment. You know, this is you know, this is why, you know what I'm saying, the goddamn oppressor is the damn devil, man. You know what I'm saying? How can you ever, you know what I'm saying, commit to anything, you know what I'm saying, that you can end, you know, whenever you feel like it, man. You know. And you went through all of this pomp and circus, man. You know what I'm saying? You know. You got the ring, you know what I'm saying? You had the man get down on one knee. The man got down on one knee. You was engaged. You know. You got the wedding chapel, you know what I'm saying? You know. You got all the brides and the grooms, you know. You got all your families and friends together. You got the preacher, you know. You got the little nigga, the little boy and the little girl with the ring on the pillow and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you said them words, that are not in the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? I had one sister, she couldn't believe that when they say, do you take this hand, you know what I'm saying? You take this man to be your, whatever they say. You know what I'm saying? You take this man to be your husband, and you take this wife and stuff. That is not in the Bible, man. You know, you cannot find that in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows you the deception. You know what I'm saying? That is instituted in the Christian church, man. You know, you believe because the goddamn, you know what I'm saying? The same goddamn pastor that probably tried to molest you when you was a little girl or a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Now you got him up there trying to marry you. You know what I'm saying? You believe because he holding the Bible that he's saying something righteous out the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? No, you're getting played on. You know what I'm saying? This is what you paying for. You know what I'm saying? Because all the things that gathered up to this day, you know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying? Is how you want it to look. That's all you worried about. You know what I'm saying? You worry about the tuxedos. You worry about the dress. You worry about how the food look and how everything decorated. You know what I'm saying? But you're not worried about the goddamn marriage. You worry about where you gonna go on the honeymoon. You know what I'm saying? But you're not worried about the goddamn marriage. Just give it by like 5-6 months later, you know what I'm saying? Now you're ready to get a divorce, man. You know. Us blacks, Hispanics, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, we are not allowed to get divorced, man. This is not in our culture. You know what I'm saying? Then let's read it from the top. It said unto the married. You know what I'm saying? You brothers and sisters that's married, man. You know what I'm saying? That are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? This is your law right here. I command ye, Salakia, I command, yet not I, you know what I'm saying? But the Lord, you know what I'm saying? This is Most High, man. This is His law. Let's read. Let not the wife depart from the husband. There's no departure, man. You know what I'm saying? From each other, man. Yeah, he gets on your nerves, and you know, he don't. I mean, you know, you took that man as your husband, man. He do all kind of stuff that you don't like and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know. And nobody said you can't get your own apartment or get your own house. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all set something up, but you're not allowed, you know what I'm saying, to get a divorce, man. You tried, you know what I'm saying, if you leave that man, you know, you are unauthorized to do that. You know what I'm saying? And you're going against God when you do that. There's no leaving that man. There's no divorcing him. You divorce that man by how? How can you separate? You know what I'm saying? How can you dissolve the marriage between that man and you? You know what I'm saying? It's by letting another man go inside you, man. You know. That's divorce. And we already saw what are, you know what I'm saying, the penalties for adultery. Because now you committed adultery. You know. Adultery is the way of death. So there's no way around this, you know what I'm saying? You know, we always trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, we always think we so smart and stuff. Maybe I could just, you know, do this and do it like that and stuff, man. You know, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's rough, you know what I'm saying? But that's how you have to that's why you have to take marriage very seriously, like we talked about, you know what I'm saying, earlier. This is not anything that needs to just be something that you do on a whim, man. And brothers, this is something that you can't just do because, you know what I'm saying, her backside is large, man. You know what I'm saying? Or she got them nice thighs, or she's so pretty, man. You know. And you have to take other concerns into, you know what I'm saying, into fruition before you make a decision like that, man. That's why Commander Junior Hanna, you know what I'm saying, has instituted the 1 year rule in here, man. You know what I'm saying? And we read it every day at the end of class, man. You know. You know, that's the best protocol for you to filter out whether this is a good sister or not. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, you know what I'm saying, we just, you know, we had the spirit of the Most High, man, that came over us, and we, you know what I'm saying, we took on this sister, you know what I'm saying, like myself, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We married now, you know. Whether this, you know what I'm saying, whether the sister want to leave or stay and stuff, you know what I'm saying, we don't have any choice, man. It ain't about what we want, man. You know what I'm saying? It's about what the Most High commanded us to do. You know what I'm saying? We locked in. So, let's continue. Let's get the next verse. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 11. But if she depart, let her remain unmarried. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is, you know, this is for the, you know, maybe you're into a situation, you know, where maybe the man is verbally abusive, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, he getting too physical and stuff, you know. That there's a time that you can, you know what I'm saying, separate, man. You know. That means that this sister, you know what I'm saying, this sister is, you know, she's departed for a time, man. You know. It said, let her remain unmarried. You know what I'm saying? Now, just because you off, you know what I'm saying, away from your husband, man, that don't mean, you know what I'm saying, that you could turn up. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that this gonna turn into a hot girl summer. You know. And I don't mean you go back, you know what I'm saying, you know, around your evil, wicked sisters, you know what I'm saying, or your cousins or your friends in the world. The first thing they gonna say is, ooh, girl, you single now. You know what I'm saying? You know? You need to come outside now. You know? That's the first thing, you know what I'm saying? That the soon as, you know, that the sisters, when they don't see your man around, you know what I'm saying? They want you to do something treacherous, man. Don't be that sister, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got to depart from your husband, man, you know what I'm saying? They say, let her remain unmarried. Or be reconciled to her husband, man. You take some time off, you know what I'm saying, from that man, you know, and you allow that man, you know what I'm saying, to miss you, man. Allow that man to reflect, you know what I'm saying, how valuable, you know what I'm saying, a sister you are to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Let him let him miss that box, man, that you know what I'm saying, that the God Most High gave you, that he drives him crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let him think about all the things, you know what I'm saying, how much you mean to him, man. You know what I'm saying? And then reconcile. Reconcile with your husband, man. You know what I'm saying? That is a glorious thing in the sight of the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? That is a thing that you are supposed to do. Go ahead, sir. Come down.
Saying you a sister and you in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you need space. You need time to yourself. Don't sweat. Go ahead and take your time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get the space that you need. If you ever feel like, you know what I'm saying, you need a man in your life, you know what I'm saying, you don't have a pass to go and fall on the next road you see.
I'm right.
You feel like you desire to have a man, you need to go and find your husband. Right? You need to get back with him, man. That's it.
I'm right. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit of the Lord telling you when you start, you know what I'm saying, getting that spirit on you, you know what I'm saying? That box start saying, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? We need to go see Ottawa. That mean go back to your husband, man. You know. That is not permission for you, like Officer Mabatazar said, for you to go fall on another rod, man. You know what I'm saying? That is the way of adultery and fornication. And it's the way of death. It's a sin. You know. Put your pride aside. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. Because usually that's what it is. Nobody want to be the first one to say I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I apologize and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know. Don't let the pride of your heart deceive you. You know what I'm saying? You know. Because, you know, just from our time in the world, we just know it's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? You leave one man, you think this one gonna be better than the next one. You know what I'm saying? You give your body and your time to him. Eventually you find something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? You leave him, you find another brother. You know what I'm saying? You give your time and your body to him. You know what I'm saying? You find something wrong with him. You leave him. You go find another brother. You give your time and your body and your spirit to him and stuff. Then you find something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the problem that you find it is with you. You know what I'm saying? Will you ever stop and think, you know what I'm saying? That the problem with you is that you find a problem with everything. You know what I'm saying? That's a demon on you. It tells you to look for something. You know what I'm saying? So we can exit out this marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? Find something. Harp on it. You know what I'm saying? Magnify whatever. If it's a small thing, magnify it times 10,000. You know, and make it a big problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's drive him crazy, so he can leave. If we can't find that, you know. Let's just say it ain't working out. It ain't working out. I don't think we was compatible. You know what I'm saying? You know. And you should have thought about that, you know what I'm saying, before you became compatible in the bed. You was compatible then. You know. It said, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, man. Or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. You know what I'm saying? You brothers, man. Like we brought out in I think it was Exodus, man. You know what I'm saying? Where he said that you get it, you take on another sister. You know, it is our culture to have, you know, as many wives as you want, or none. You know, if you take on another sister, You know, you don't reduce that sister, man. You know, you have to keep giving that sister the same amount of attention, time, money, and resources that she was getting before this other sister came, man. You know. And this sister right here, yeah, she get on your nerves. Her mouth always running. She tell you what she ain't gonna do and all that. You know what I'm saying? She don't never want to give you no box and stuff. That's you can't put her away, bro. You know, you can't put her away. You still have to deal with that sister, man. You know. Now she just decided, you know what I'm saying, she ain't gonna talk to you or, you know, whatever and stuff, you know, until you know otherwise, you know, which the Lord will always reveal if she dealing with another brother, you know. That's one thing, you know, she can't hide. But as long as she's somewhere and she just put herself away from you and stuff, that's still your wife, man. You know. You cannot, you know, you cannot put her away. Just say I'm gonna stop dealing with her, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't just cut her off like that. You know. That's what what the world tell you can do, man. You know, all you have to do is get a divorce. You know. Divorce is not permitted in Israel, man. And it's something that we do not even know what it is in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Because Commander Jerry Yohana, man, he built marriages to last forever, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we say, man, one west till they bury me, man. You know what I'm saying? Our marriages are till we are buried. You know what I'm talking about? With that, we're going to do part 2 next week. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into, what's that you had for me, sir? I don't know that. We're going to get into some more adultery scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to strengthen your spirit right here with these, you know what I'm saying, laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what the priests and prophets of the Most High are here for, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that, we're going to get into the ISUPK security announcement. You see him over there, sir? Yeah, with me. Pull it up on the phone. Did we have any questions, comments, or check-ins, sir? Alright, this is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, start of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother and sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. And this 6 month period, the brother and after the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10 means 10 in Hebrew, ma'asharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, up in holy convocations is memorial blowing of the trumpets, first day of the 7th month, Sunday, 21st September the 25th. You can find it in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. If anybody would like to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. This concludes ISUPK security announcements. Going to turn the class over to priest and officer of 500, Batazar Yahabada Banya Sha'ala, for the Lord's Prayer.
Face the east, you say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanau, Shabbat Shemaya, Padah, Hayah, Shakah, Yahweh, Labakah, Laba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Asha, Aratazah, Awah, Hayah, Bashamaya, Adanyana, Ka, Ha, Lawam, Asalaka, Kabanatwa, Kasalaki, Kabanawa, Na'a, Ainaya, Basai Wan, Above, Ashaya, Haya, Ra, Haya, Haka, Haga, Hala, Hatapara, Alanya, Aman.
In English, our
Our
Father,
Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
be thy name,
hallowed be thy name,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy
the kingdom come,
that will be done,
in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day,
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us, our debts,
as
as
we forgive
our
our debtors,
and lead us
and
not,
lead us not
into temptation,
to temptation,
but
but
deliver us
deliver
from evil.
from evil.
Thine is the kingdom,
Thou is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
The individual give one courtesy salute to the teacher. The individual, Maj Shabbat, Maj Barak, Yahweh Shem Yashab Brakatah,
Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah.
Dr. Baton, Psalm. Give one courtesy salute to the sisters. The individual, Maj Shabbat, Maj Barak,
Yahweh Shem Alta by Shem Yahushua.
Dr. Baton, dismiss.
I heard they looking for me. I'm right here. I don't run. I'ma tell you right now though. I'm walking with them angels. The terrorists, the deadliest cash. Play with your pussy, sissy boy. Don't play with me. I'm UPK, authorized, certified priest. Candy paint, fifth wheel, cruising Vozo 83. Wood grain and big bang, slabbed out from A to Z. Devils run when they see me coming down the block. Ain't nothing changed but the clip up in the 40 Glock. I'm having visions of killing a cop. Once I slaughter my first pig, I know I won't be willing to stop. Once it go down, we don't hesitate to throw down. We opposite from down low, the terrorists low down. You must don't know who I fucking am. Don't mistake me for that palace in London when my shotgun start Buckingham. They talk behind my back, but when they see me, they say hello. But you can't sprinkle sugar on shit and then call it jello. Them devils ain't nothing but mutts. They dogs got a double-edged sword that cuts them hogs. Gut that fish, throw it in the batter. I get paid for the hit, pockets getting fatter. 357 to your dome, make your brain splatter. That's the definition of mind over matter. Play with your pussy, sissy boy, don't play with me. I'm UPK, authorized, certified priest. Candy paint, fifth wheel, cruising Ozone 83. Wood grain and big bang, slabbed out from A to Z. Leave me alone, I got the chrome. Crush your skull and bone with a microphone. Right before your eyes, it ain't no surprise. Witness and analyze how we terrorize. You'll never minimize the enterprise. Ice pick your eyes, all you hear is cries. Nitroglycerin batch with bombs attached. No one is able to match. Terror is deadly as cash. Tired of turning on the television, watching slave movies. Time to put these devils in a grave, try to sue me. If you can, but you can't. Dead men don't talk. South Park is the neighborhood you don't walk. Never gave up, only thing that I'm giving. Shotgun slugs to your mug, you ain't living. Wag your tongue, bump your gums, I get more crunk. Hit you with the street sweeper, clean it up, it's no junk. I put the devil in a coffin. 40 cal, leave hole on top of your head like a dolphin. In America, murders happen often. Kill a cracker, let them hoes know I'm big bossin'. Grab that AK-47 clip, already in it, giving you more shots than a STD clinic. I'm a terrorist, I accept all that it brings. I'll take the jury off your fingers, now I'm Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Play with your pussy, sissy boy, don't play with me. I'm UPK, authorized, certified priest. Candy paint, fifth wheel, cruising Ozone 83. Wood grain and big bang, slabbed out from A to Z. Leave me alone, I got the chrome. Crush your skull and bone with a microphone. Right before your eyes, it ain't no surprise. Witness and analyze how we terrorize. You'll never minimize the enterprise. Ice pick your eyes, all you hear is cries. Nitroglycerin batch with bombs attached. No one is able to match. Terror is deadly as cash. So now you know what it is and what to expect. We'll fight on the Sabbath. The terrorist, the deadliest cash. Ain't no way to prepare for it. Remember, I'm walking with them angels.
Turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round, he'll spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he tryna sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side.
I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east and pray aloud. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they on down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side?
Yes, I
Seen
did.
a man reach out to God before he died?
Yes, I did.
I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head, on that fragile act. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread. Yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
Seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they on down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.